Good afternoon. So I posted a video from this morning and it started raining quite heavily, so I went home for lunch and I came back this afternoon thinking maybe they've done some work on the pilings, wondering if I might catch a bit of that for you, but they were all still there and intact when I arrived, so I thought I'd just have a quick flyover with my drone and hopefully might catch something new. It was all the same at this end. I thought maybe they'd started removing cofferdams or some such, but no, they hadn't. So I flew over to where the digger was that we spotted earlier on, and as you can see, that's starting to be used or tested, or the person who's driving is becoming familiar with it. It's quite a specialised, like, wheeled excavator. I think they call them spiders. If anyone knows any better, please comment. Also noticed there were some people further to the left. As you can see, them just walking back towards the digger now. Should be quite useful, that excavator, in as much it should be able to climb down into the canal. All four wheels, if you like, will act independently, so you can lower yourself in quite safely. You can see a large number of timbers behind, which I presume will be used as like bog mats or some kind of mats to either lower yourself onto with the digger, or maybe also to install on the ramp to winch the boats up. So you can see the driver of the excavator doing some jobs on it, checks, etc. It's nice to finally see some work going on again at the breach. I know a lot of you have been commenting saying, why is it taking so long? Quite clearly it was obviously due to the weather, and maybe also due to needing a specialised machine such as this. Maybe they've had to find that and hire it in. Getting together materials and all the investigations they've been doing. I'm sure behind the scenes they've been quite busy. That field the digger's on is the field I slipped over on the other day. It is quite slippy and boggy, as you can see the way it's driven in. It's dug in slightly. I guess it is winter, so got to expect that a certain amount. Maybe the driver's familiarising himself with the machine. Maybe he's not used one of these spiders for a little while. I'm sure they're all slightly different. All the excavators I've driven in the past have all been slightly different. So I guess when you're actually working in a confined area of the canal, you do want to know what you're doing and where all the controls are. So it's good that he's trying it out here. Let's see if I can get around the other side of the machine with my drone to have a look at that side. Going around that side now. Let's look back at the canal in the background. Also a buggy in the field, whether that's for transporting people or materials. Maybe both. Zoom in a bit. Got low ground pressure tyres on, so obviously it won't sink in too much if that's possible. Not quite as good as tracks, but being able to climb, that's a big advantage on this job. So now as we fly back towards the breach itself, we can see some works going on the front of the first boat there. So we'll just drop down and have a little look at that. And it appears that they're grinding and welding there. Maybe they're strengthening the front of the boat, ready for winching, ready for removing it. Welding eyes on maybe. I guess it looks like there's someone on the inside there. Yeah, there is someone on the inside. And they were grinding before. The person on the outside is welding. So maybe they're putting framework in the front to actually strengthen that. You can see the lead going off to what maybe is a portable generator welder further off up the cut. See if we can zoom in a little bit better. I guess putting an eye or some way of attaching a shackle for winching off at the bottom of that section of boat will mean that when you do pull off it or lift off that, it will lift it up instead of making it dig in. If you're pulling higher up, obviously it will want to pull it down into the ground. So having something at the bottom, welded on at the bottom, will help with coming up a slope. Should do the job better, that should. Quite interesting. Again, a bit more work going on. It's all going on today. Using lots of welding rods, making sure the work is nice and strong. There's one on the inside grinding again, cutting through the side of the boat there, so maybe they are putting putting more eyes on the sides, or maybe they're putting flat bar or some such framing inside all the way across to strengthen that area. I've done a bit of welding on narrowboats in the past, and it is quite hard work because obviously they've all been blacked with either bitumen or epoxy or some sort, so you have to grind all that off first before you can attempt to weld them and actually get a decent weld to take. This is quite a positive sign that later in the week, hopefully, maybe next week, the boats will all be winched out, depending on how this week progresses, work-wise and weather-wise, I guess. We're definitely going in the right direction, which is good. Thank you to everyone who has liked my videos and subscribed and commented. All the comments, I try and get back to as many comments as I can, respond to them. Obviously, if I miss any, please do give me another comment and I'll do my best for you. If there's something you'd like me to film or see, do ask. I've done a few videos off the back of comments I've had. And appreciate all the subscriptions you've done. It really does help the channel out. Zoomed in a bit more there. We'll look from the side and zoom in a bit more. Anyway, thank you for that, and please remember to like, subscribe, share, comment and hype. Thank you.